Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present the result of study entitled The Cafe Visiting Trends Among Andalas University Students. The first material will be conveyed by Rijalul Maghfira. Time and place are welcome.
Thank you. The first material is about introduction. Cafe, also known as coffee shop or cafe, is a term used for a place that serves coffee or other hot beverage. Cafes have the characteristics of a bar or restaurant, but different from a cafeteria. Many cafes serve not only coffee but also tea along with snacks, but there are also cafes and restaurants that are cafes equipped with main meals, not snacks. According to Mushroom 2005, cafes are places to eat and drink fresh food and over a relaxed or informal atmosphere. Besides that, it is also a type of restaurant that usually provides seating inside and outside the restaurant. For millennial children or office workers, cafes are also often used as a place to make appointments because of their comfortable atmosphere. Currently, many cafe businesses are increased understanding the importance of customer satisfaction and strategizing to provide satisfaction for their customer. What are the factors that make people interested in frequenting the same cafe? Which factors make people return to the cafe? Furthermore, in the study, we want to know the intensity of how often people visit the same cafe within 1 month. The purpose of the research is to identify influencing factors on cafe customers for Andalas University students. Revisit intention by analyzing online reviews. Then we can find out the factors that most influence people to return to the cafe and find out how often people, especially our respondents, visit the cafe within 1 month. Second, literature review. In the study, questions such as how many times have you visited the cafe and what are your reasons for visiting the cafe, with the aim of knowing the intensity of how often people visit the cafe and what are the reasons people often visit the cafe. The methodology used is to interview young people with structured interviews. After that, the interviews is transcribed and checked by the author, then the results of the answers are audited. Thank you.
Thank you, Rijal. The next material will be conveyed by Ainiyah Ramadhani. Time and place are welcome.
Thank you to Fadil. Next, result question and purpose. Research question number 1. What are the factors that make people interested in frequent visit to a cafe? Number 2. How often people visit the same cafe in a month? Number 3. What are the benefits of a cafe? Next, purpose. Number 1. Know the factor that make people often visit the cafe. Number 2. Find out the intensity of the frequency of people visiting the cafe. Number 3. Find out what benefit the cafe gets. Next, methodology. For the research method, the methodology we asked for this journal, namely by using a questionnaire that we have filled in with several questions. Then we distributed this questionnaire to several online students asked for the question we asked, namely, number 1, how many times a month do you usually visit the same cafe? Next, do you enjoy the taste of the food and drinks of the cafe? Number 3, in the atmosphere and place comfortable. Number 4, do you visit the cafe just for the lifestyle? Number 5, what are the things that make you of the visit the cafe? And in addition to the above factor, are of other factor that make you of them visit the cafe again. This we can find out the right reason about what factor influence cafe visitor to come to the cafe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Ainiyah Ramadhani. And the next material will be conveyed by me and Fadil Faturahman.
Thanks to Fadil. This time I will explain and analyze of our article. The first data we get from this question: do you usually visit the cafe? To answer this question, we use a quantitative approach using consumer approach theory, which is a theory that explains how consumers are influenced to buy, visit, and so on. The survey result proves that 53.3% often visit cafe, while 46.7% of other people answer that they do not often visit cafe or only occasionally visit cafe. The next one. From this diagram, we can say that the average age of respondent who visit cafe is 18 years old with a percentage of 63.3%. The following survey result prove that most teenagers frequent cafes. 3.3% of our respondents who visit cafe are 16 years old. 26.7% of our respondents are 19 years old. 13.3% are 20 years old, and 3% are 22 years old. The next data we get from the question: how many times a month do you usually visit cafe? From this, we can conclude this data explain the intensity of our respondents visiting cafe between 3 to 5 times a month. From the survey results collected, it can be seen that around 6.7% of our respondents visit the cafe every day, and about 13.3 respondents who come to visit the cafe quite often, while those who do not visit the cafe often are about 80% of our respondents. The next data from the question: do you enjoy the food and drinks sold by the cafe? We can inform that 80% of our respondents also really enjoy the taste of food and drink at cafe. Based on the survey result collected, the cafe of food and drinks is one of the reasons our respondents like to visit the cafe, and 20% of our respondents come to cafe not to enjoy the food and drinks. That's all I have to say. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you to Fadil Faturahman. And next, I will continue about the analysis. Okay, from this data, we use consumer theory to analyze answer from the respondents. About 86.7% of our respondents are very comfortable with the ambience of the cafe they visit. Based on the survey result, they have between collected around 86.7% of the respondents start the atmosphere and comfort of the place at the cafe is also the reason for the respondent to visit the cafe they like. And 13.3% of our respondents visited the cafe but didn't enjoy the atmosphere and place at the cafe or felt uncomfortable with the cafe they visited. And next is to answer the next data to answer question on the result of the survey based on the consumer theory, explaining that 16.7% of all our respondents visit cafe for lifestyle reason, and the rest of around 83.3% of all our respondents have other reasons why they visit the cafe they like. It could be because of the taste of the dish in the cafe or because of the atmosphere of the place in the cafe. And the next, based on the data, in accordance with consumer theory relate to the question from the result of the survey, because the taste of the dish served by the cafe and also the atmosphere in the cafe they visit are big factor why they often visit cafe. Meanwhile, those who visit cafe for lifestyle need are few when compared to those who visit cafe based on the taste of the dish and the atmosphere of the cafe. From the result obtained by our respondents, who reason why they often visit cafe because of the taste of the dish, and those who visit cafe because of the atmosphere in cafe are the same, namely around 46.7% of each. Meanwhile, only 6.7% of our respondents visit cafe for lifestyle need. And the next, to answer this question, we use consumer theory because this theory explains that our respondents often visit cafe because cafe are comfortable place for college students to do their assignment because cafe have a free Wi-Fi access. Around 6.7% of all respondents have other reason why they often visit cafe, because cafe are a comfortable place to do work because they have free Wi-Fi access. Thank you. That's all I have to say. And the next material will be conveyed by Rotania. Time and place are welcome.
Thanks to Fadil. The conclusion about our material, there are several limitations in this study. Firstly, the sample or survey object from this study was small, namely only 30 Andalas University students who were respondents in this study. Therefore, results of this study may not be generalized to the Andalas University student population who didn't take part in this survey. Secondly, some of the questions asked to respondents were less specific, and on average, the questions asked were general in nature. Research can ask more specific questions such as how much does the average university student spend in one visit to a cafe? Future studies can use different research methods to get broader results. For example, conducting research that focuses on one cafe that is often visited by Andalas University students, because current research is more based on subjective methods than objective. This study was only conducted in Andalas University. Future studies could be done at other universities. Thank you.
Okay, that's our presentation. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.